Okay, now that we've covered 5 key things you need to know to get rid of your yeast infection, let me introduce you to my best-selling program, Yeast Infection No More, the only holistic Candida yeast infection system in existence that will teach you how to permanently cure your yeast overgrowth, rebalance your body, and regain your vitality. Yeast Infection No More is a surefire, 100% guaranteed system that is backed by over 35,000 hours of research. This highly unique and powerful Candida overgrowth healing system has helped thousands of people worldwide. In fact, over 143,000 people in 157 countries have used this program already to get rid of their yeast infections for good. It is literally the only program you will ever need to eliminate all aspects of yeast infection and feel better than you felt in your entire life. This system has been optimized over 12 years of research, and its powerful protocols, set in unique and precise order, are specifically designed to eradicate all types of yeast infections of all levels of severity. The Yeast Infection No More program will enable you to gain complete freedom from vaginal, male, oral, and skin yeast infections, eradicate excessive Candida yeast overgrowth in the digestive tract, enhance digestive and intestinal health, eliminate food allergies, fight depression, mood swings, and anxiety related to yeast overgrowth, feel lighter, healthier, and more energetic. Yeast Infection No More is completely different from any other information source or Candida overgrowth solution because it is customizable for your unique condition. It is a lifetime solution to achieve permanent freedom from yeast infections. It was developed by a real yeast infection sufferer. It is an interactive program that shows you exactly how to overcome Candida yeast overgrowth. Yeast Infection No More works for all types of Candida infections, including mild and systemic yeast infections, vaginal yeast infection in the penis area, yeast infection on the skin surface, yeast infection in the mouth and throat, yeast infection in the bladder and kidneys, yeast infection in the urethra, yeast infection in deep organ tissues, yeast infection in the bones, joints, and muscles. I'll take you inside my program in just a minute, but first let me share some feedback from people who have tried this system. Dear Linda, about 2 years ago, I developed a severe case of vaginal yeast infection that would not let up. The itching, burning, and swelling of my labia were simply unbearable. I purchased several over-the-counter treatments, including Monistat cream, to subside the symptoms. While they worked initially, eventually things wore off and left me with an even worse infection than before. The same goes for the antibiotics that I took, per the advice of my doctor. I felt horrible. After doing some research online, I guessed that I had a yeast infection and purchased your program. The results were almost instantaneous. In less than 7 hours, I felt a tremendous relief. 2 weeks later, I became completely free from the unbearable vaginal itching, burning, swelling, and discharge. Using your methods, I have kept my chronic yeast infection at bay ever since. No more drugs or OTC treatments for me. Thank you so much, Linda. Christy Halverson, age 19, Florida, USA. Hi, Linda. I'm 34 and had most of the symptoms you list that are the manifestation of Candida yeast infection. Besides the constant redness, swelling, and itching in my intimate parts, I used to be slightly overweight and suffered from digestive problems, including leaky gut syndrome, blurred vision, and fatigue. I also had constant cravings for sugary foods. I used to feel guilty and weak all the time. Who would have believed that all those horrible symptoms were linked to Candida yeast infection? I've been on your system for 4 weeks, and not only did the itching and redness completely vanish, but I also became regular, lost some decent pounds, and lost my cravings for sugar. The blurred vision and the inability to focus are gone. I feel so alive and in control for the first time in my life. I cannot say thank you enough. Why don't more doctors know about this method? I want to thank you again from the bottom of my heart, and you can use this testimonial on your site if you like. Dave Rasmussen, age 34, Melbourne, Australia. Dear Linda, as I was searching for a way to explain my recently frequent yeast infections and other related conditions, I stumbled upon your program on the internet. I suffered from chronic mouth thrush with creamy white lesions on my tongue and inner cheeks. My baby daughter had the same problem in her mouth, and your program was the only thing that helped us. I highly recommend your book to anyone who is perceptive about their health, and for those who are tired of being told that it's all in their heads. I feel so rejuvenated and lucky to have found your system. God bless you. Tiona Lacastra, age 29, Texas, USA. I have suffered from a widening array of allergies and constant cravings for sugar and bread. I was miserable most of the time while taking allergy medication. After following your step-by-step directions for 6 weeks, I am recovering. I am now, as I write these lines, almost symptom-free. I recommend to anyone who is affected by allergy caused directly or indirectly by Candida yeast infection to read your book. It is so easy to read, even for me. English is not my native language. And to apply. I cannot thank you enough for your counseling service and for the knowledge and health you have brought into my life. Thank you so much. Madi Banjawan, age 27, Bangkok, Thailand. Linda, I just want to show my appreciation for your wonderful support and for this great system. I also want to personally thank you for being so helpful, kind, and supportive. The world could use more honest people like you. For the past 3 months, I have been strictly following your 5-step holistic system, including the dietary and stress reduction methods. After about 3 weeks, I started to witness dramatic results. The rashes and muscle aches reduced to a fraction of what they once had been. Now, all these symptoms are history. I am feeling so much better and so proud that I have cured my Candida condition from the inside, rather than by using the instant temporary relief approach. I recommend that everyone reads every single word of this book, regardless of his or her current yeast infection condition. This information should be taken very seriously. Taking control of your body and your own health is a must if you really care about your future health and your quality of life. Thank you. Joshua Elmers, age 62, Ohio, USA. Here are just a few of the unique things you will find inside the Yeast Infection No More program. On page 82, you'll find the heart of the clinically proven 5-step Yeast Infection No More anti-Candida infection system. Simply follow the steps in the order they appear, and you are guaranteed to eliminate your yeast overgrowth from the inside out, get rid of all yeast infection symptoms, and dramatically improve your quality of life. On page 119, you'll discover the secret 100% natural supplement that you should take on a daily basis. This supplement alone is guaranteed to dramatically reduce your yeast infection symptoms, often in a matter of days. On page 39, I will reveal the cardinal sin of yeast infection treatment almost everyone is guilty of. This sinful act weakens your body's natural ability to defend itself, thus putting your health at serious risk and making your Candida infection worse in the long run. On page 158, you'll find a super easy method to cleanse heavy metals from your body. This process is crucial to your success. On page 167, I'll reveal what brands of antifungals you should take, including the exact timing, dose, combination, and order of intake of antifungal supplements. This is a very crucial step in your Candida infection treatment, yet many nutritionists and naturopaths fail to address this important issue. On page 127, I'll introduce you to the most potent method of strengthening your organs of elimination. This important step alone has done wonders for thousands of Candida overgrowth sufferers faster than they ever thought possible. On page 56, you'll discover how Candida infection can be diagnosed using CDSA, live cell microscopy, antigen levels, immune assays, and the symptom score questionnaire. You'll also learn about a simple test that you can do at home to know the exact severity of your Candida infection. You'll know the answer in less than 15 minutes. On page 76, you'll find the Yeast Infection No More Quick Results mini-program. If you are busy and cannot follow all of the protocols mentioned in the full program, then this step-by-step mini-program is for you. It is relatively short, extremely practical, and if followed correctly, can yield significant results in days. On page 58, I'll introduce you to a simple and shockingly easy 12-hour treatment to eliminate every surface symptom of a yeast infection. All you have to do is follow the simple steps in this amazing protocol, and you'll be free of annoying and debilitating Candida infection symptoms in a matter of hours. On page 70, I'll show you unique and powerful protocols to eliminate all types of mouth and nail yeast infections. You will see results in as little as 2 days. On page 163, you'll find the shocking truth about parasites, their connection to yeast infections, and how you can eliminate these harmful creatures using a simple, proven 7-day routine. On page 178, I will reveal the amazing connection between physical activity and yeast infection, and how you can start exercising your way to a yeast infection-free life today. On page 101, you will discover the importance of the alkaline/acid balance in the battle against yeast infections, and how to optimize your delicate internal pH, feel much healthier, and ward off Candida yeast infection forever. Throughout the book, you'll find step-by-step instructional diagrams and illustrations that will guide you to permanently get rid of your yeast infection faster than you ever thought possible.